Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Karibuni tena kwa channel yetu Maths Tutor. Leo tunaendelea na question 19. Sawa? Question 19 of Allied Joint Mock. Sawa? Tunaendelea na maswali yetu ya every question. So this is a question on probability. So stay tuned in. Question 19 says a Form 4 class has streams A, B, C, and D. 4 streams ambao yani ni Form 4A, Form 4B, Form 4C, and Form 4D. The streams are distributed as follows with respective percentage of antimicrobial resistance AMR infection. So we have stream A, we have stream B, C, and D, and the number of students that are in stream A are 45, for B is 56, for C is 64, and for D is 60. Percentage with AMR includes 20%, 12.5%, we have 25%, and also 10% for D. So the question says that students chosen at random from the class. So determine the probability that the student is in Form 4D, which is very easy. Sasa kama unataka kutafuta probability, ya huyu mwanafunzi akiwa Form 4D, so it is very easy. First, you need to find out the total students that are present there in each stream and add those up. So for Form 4A, we have 45, add it to Form 4B, and add it to Form 4C, and also add it to Form 4D, and it gives you a valuation of 225 or a summation of 225. Then let's find out the probability that a student is in Form 4D. So the probability that a student is in Form 4D is usually 60. So basically you're taking 60 divided by the total students. So you can leave it like this, but it's better to leave it in simplified form. So you take 60 divided by 225, which is basically 60 divided by 225 is 4/15. So and that's your answer. So 2 marks are boarded. Question Roman 2. The probability that the student is infected with AMR. The probability that the student is infected with AMR. So now let's find out the students that are infected with AMR. So we have 4A, we have 4B, we have 4C, and we also have 4D. Okay? So let's find out the students that are infected with AMR in Form 4A. So you just do 20% of 45. So, and then Form 4D watakuwa ngapi? Watakuwa 56 times 12.5%. Or let's say 12.5% of 56. Sawa? For Form 4C ni 25% of 64. Kwa kila class wewe utafuta wale ambao wako infected with AMR. Sawa? And then for Form 4D will be 10% of the whole class, which is 60 students. Sawa? Na maswali yake rahisi sana. So 20% of 45 basically is around 9, if I'm not mistaken. 0.2 times 45 is 9. 9. 12.5% of 56. I should give you around 7. So 25% of 64 gives you 16. And 10% of 60 gives you 6. So 10% of 60 gives you 6. If you add this up, wangapi wako infected with the AMR, the whole school and the whole Form 4 candidates. So 9 plus 7 plus 16 plus 6 gives us 38. So 38 students are infected with AMR. But now the total population for the school is 225. So basically should be 38 over 225. So marks are bure pia. Tuendelee. Question B. Question B says 2 students are chosen at random from the school. Determine that the probability that one of the students is in Form 4A while the other is in Form 4D. Very easy question. Probability that one of the students is in Form 4A while the other is in Form 4B. So there's a probability that the first student being taken might come from Form 4A, and then the second student might come from Form 4D. Or there's a probability that the first student comes from Form 4D and the second student comes from Form 4A, not Form 4D. Okay? So wajiuliza kwa nini tuandika hivi, sio? And why know kwa nini waste time kujua ati wa kwanza atoka Form 4A, wa pili atoke Form 4D? Because this is very essential for answering this question, because ordering in terms of probability is very important. The order itself is very important. So for 4A usually ni wako ngapi? Wako 45. So the probability ni 45 over 225. But ukianza kuchagua wa pili ambao ni anatoka Form 4D, Form 4D idadi yao ni 60, haibadiliki, because this is your first time choosing them. But remember, the total fraction or the total population will be less than 1. So badala ya kuandika 225 utaandika 224. Sawa? Plus sasa hii wajua kwa nini nimeandika Form 4A, Form 4D, and then Form 4D, Form 4A. So there's also a probability that the first student comes from Form 4D, which is 60 out of 225, because this is your first selection. So ukichagua mara ya kwanza, the total population doesn't change, nor the population of the students that are in Form 4D. The second time you're choosing, utakuwa wa choose Form 4A, and that is their first selection in Form 4A. So basically, Form 4A will still be 45, but the total population will be less than 1. So once ushachagua, ichukua wa pili, itakuwa ile idadi ya population yapungua na 1. So 45 over 225 times 60 over 220. 45 over 225 times 60 over 224. It gives you 3 over 56. 3 over 56. Na hii pia hiyo nyingine pia itakupa 3 over 56. So at the end of the day itakupa 6 over 56. Which you, if you simplify, 6 over 56 ni 3 over 28. So 3 over 28. So 45 over 225 and 60 over 224, just confirm it, 3 over 56. So that is your answer. 3 marks zingine za bure. So tuendelee. Roman 2 says the probability that one of the students is in Form 4A while the other is in Form 4D and both are infected with MR. So how do you write the probability function or equation? So there's a probability that the first student can come from Form 4A and be infected. And the second student can come from Form 4D and also be infected. Okay, or you can find that the first Form 4 student comes from Form 4D and get infected. The other student comes from Form 4A and also get infected. Sawa? Umeona swali rahisi sana. So Form 4A probability yake ni ile tu 45 over 225. Percentage yake tulikuwa tumetafuta, sio? Percentage yake ya Form 4A tulisema ni 20%. So we'll multiply by 20%. Sawa? Then Form 4D. Form 4D walikuwa 60. Kwa vile walichukua Form 4D mara ya kwanza itabakia 260, but the population will decrease, itakuwa 224. Then multiply by the percentage of Form 4D, which is 60, which is 10%. So times 10%. Then plus, if the first student is from Form 4D and gets infected, basically itakuwa ni 60 over 225 times this percentage 10%, then times by form 4A being affected. Form 4A ni 45, but the total population imesema itapungua, then multiply by its percentage, which is not 60% but said should be 20%. Sawa, umeona rahisi sana. So wewe chukua calculator yako, 45% 45 divided by 225 times 20%, that's 60 divided by 224 times 10%. Okay, times 10%. 45 over 225 times 20% times 60 over 224 times 10%. It gives you 3 over 2,800. So hapa itakupa 3 over 2,800 plus also hapa itakupa 3 over 2,800, which is equivalent to, so 3 over 2,800 plus 3 over 2,800. So answer yako hapa itakupa 3 over 1,400. So and that is your answer. So tayari ushapata 10 marks hapo za bure. With that in all, don't forget to share and subscribe, and let's continue with the other question, which is, I think, question question 19, question 20, the next lesson. So don't forget to check out until we finish the whole paper, paka hivyo. So in case ikifika karibu na KCSE utaona hizi topics ziki organized. So itakuwa organized by that time. So the next lesson maybe you might do question 20, which is statistics. So don't give up on watching my mastery tutor. وهذا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.